Life is a road, straight and narrow. Stay on the road, and it will take you safely home. But make a wrong turn, and you will meet the darkness.
What was that?
The detective's here. She's gonna be taking over.
I'm certain I know you from somewhere.
I don't think so.
Come on, stay and play.
Look, I have a marriage to protect.
You're afraid I'm gonna expose you to your wife?
It wasn't a robbery.
Can you think of anyone who might want to harm you?
Friends, family, or a woman you screwed
And discarded?
This wasn't part of the plan.
Did you do it?
Did I do what? I am not a murderer.
I don't believe you.
I made one wrong turn. And it cost me everything.
Well, then you shouldn't have come to Vegas. God, nothing's easy with you.
You sold me on advanced gene splicing to stop traumatic response. That's what I bought to keep them going into battle. Life gets rough.
Upstairs now. Mashita wants answers.
The work isn't perfect. What can I say?
Imperfect? You coded her to fall in love with you.
Fix this. You're an open book, Briggs. The prototypes escaped because of you.
It's better if you come with me.
Look, Jack and Kay are incomplete.
They're human.
2 prototypes escaped from the lab. I need you to let me know if you see them.
I made you.
So what if your altered creatures can spread a new disease? One that we haven't seen yet.
Sounds like trouble. I was expecting you.
Who are you?
I'm with the program. Who programmed you?
You don't own me.
Actually, we do.
You remember, Briggs, when I told you that fate has a sense of irony? Well, it doesn't.
How are we doing on following up with potential clients?
I've set up a very promising meeting. What's the company?
Laconia.
Who owns Laconia?
Owen Jasper.
She's hyperventilating.
What should we do?
Go get a bag. I said a bag, not a purse.
Now you specify.
Oh my God, it's really cute though.
I know, sample sale.
The man from Laconia is here.
Allow me to introduce you to our head of corporate PR.
Just under the table, I dropped some papers.
Ow!
Do you remember Owen? The one who wanted you to give up your career? Well, he's very successful now.
I ran into Owen last night.
Oh, he's mad flirtatious.
Owen Jasper is dating your assistant?
What better way for me to get over my first love than to watch him fall in love with someone else?
My CFO will be here shortly. Ren, will you greet him?
Sure.
Right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
There's a total vibe. Totes possible vibe.
How do you do that? Know when it's right to move on.
You're asking the wrong person.
Sometimes it can be hard to get over someone.
He obviously still has feelings for you. You're standing there moping when you should be deciding whether or not he's good enough for you.
I can do this, right? Yes, I can.
She's moving like she's shaking off her old self.
Tell me it's not too late.
I know exactly the day I opened my mouth to sing. It was a Sunday, all the relatives over at the house. It was an old Italian song. And I didn't know what the hell the words were. I was like 6, 7 years old. It was E compare. All of a sudden I just started singing along with it. It just seemed natural. For some reason it was effortless for me. I never had a pitch problem. I could just sing.
Please welcome Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone. Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone!
In his world and his talent, he's, every bit as good as I am at what I try to do.
He's a 5-tool guy. He can sing, he can act, he can perform, he can write, and he can fight like a son of a bitch. He was always kind of performing. He had this kind of theatrical thing. Frank was always kind of on.
He sings his ass off. Always did.
Frank has style and Frank has endurance.
He likes to talk a lot.
He can talk.
He's a force. He's the real deal.
Everybody knows, yeah, he did a little doo-wop thing in the first Rocky film, and they think, oh, that's cute. Sylvester had his brother sing a little thing at the beginning. And then you dig deeper and you find out, wow, this guy's a tremendous musical artist in his own right.
It was something I was born to do. And I was able for once in my life to be able to show people what I could do. This is the chance of a lifetime.
He was into music 24 hours a day. I knew that was his calling. He never quit.
I don't think the public took him serious.
People are going to be thinking of Sylvester Stallone. You just think of him as soon as you see Frank.
It's not easy because you live in the shadow, and every time you get a great job, people say you probably got that because of your brother. He didn't. He got this because of his talent.
He's gone through hell. They would put signs up, appearing tonight, Rocky's brother.
Rocky's brother. Oh man, come on. I felt like a complete and absolute failure.
Frank, I'm sure, knew what he was getting himself into. He just loved to play.
Seems like that beating I gave you last night must have rattled your belt, huh?
I always wonder what has kept me in this game. But, I just keep coming back to it. I love it.
Hate this. Married, house, baby, done. Oh my God. I'm gonna win all the games.
You two having kids?
You wish you were pregnant?
No.
Congratulations.
Tapeworm can cause false positive pregnancy tests.
It's not a tapeworm, it's a baby.
Oh my God! Let's make a list of the wildest things we need to do before the baby comes.
I can't let you climb.
I can do anything pregnant. Would you join me for the craziest night of your life?
Hey, Tim, how are you?
You've got mental, Zoe. One of us has to get ready.
Aren't you a bit tired of just being so responsible?
Are you just here by yourself?
No, she's meeting me here.
Where were you?
We're supposed to be living our dreams together.
You can't keep acting like nothing's changed.
Are you pregnant?
You're supposed to love me no matter what.
Yeah, well, you're making it impossible.
Do you want to just take a moment and come back later?
Just one more. Is that good?
it's not good.
She's not feeling the right feelings.
No, she's not a regular pregnant woman.
You're a baby, having a baby.
It's like you're obsessed with being with Dad.
Well, when the leaves start falling off that tree, we're gonna have a baby.
I just really want my old life back. I'm really scared. You're gonna be such a good mom. Congratulations. Thank you.
Do you want me to call someone?
I think I've forgotten how to be me, and I need you to remind me. Sorry, he cries when I cry. Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Oh my God!
Rose calling. General wants to see you.
There is only one thing harder than winning a war.
Keeping the peace.
For the past 5 years, we coexisted peacefully. Until now. If we don't find a solution, 3 billion will die. However, we cracked their navigation. We're embarking on the first mission to their world. You've been blessed with the ability to interact with alien tech. And I want you to join us. Give them a taste of their own medicine.
That's it? Oh, so you have half a plan?
Yeah, best.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cobalt 1. Anything moves. Learn it.
Got movement, north wall, 2 signatures.
What is it?
They're surrounding us.
We face extermination. We'll have to push beyond our limits.
I know what's at stake. And I'm not afraid to die for it.
I have to finish this myself.
I put myself out there. I put myself out there and was open to love.
No, you put out before prom and got played.
She's kind of right. You were kind of a fast ass.
Yes! Me and my girlfriends used to sit around and plot out our lives. So much has changed.
For the good or bad?
Depends on who you ask.
Mom! Mom!
Why are you here?
I'm here because she's my friend.
Talk to me. I'm miserable. I keep telling myself, it'll get better.
There is someone here beside you.
People that OD are not fine, Tyra.
I am not a junkie.
We can lean on one another until we're lifted up.
I am my circumstances, and neither are you. What is it that you want? Your dreams, your desires?
I've put family before my dream. I want both.
How do you forgive someone? How do you stop being so angry?
We got nothing left to lose.
I was so frustrated that she had to see me like this.
Life is not black and white. Everything is a whole lot of gray.
One day you are going to have to take a leap and trust that somebody is willing to catch you.
Love is still the answer.
Let's bask in this.
Love is still enough. That peace pipe you smoke must be some, like, next level.
I mean, I'm not so sure about love, but marriage is a practical partnership, you know? Who's going to take out the trash, that kind of thing.
What marriage?
Do you want to be married?
Is that a proposal?
No. I mean, in general, do you want to be married?
I suppose.
Yeah, me too. Anthony, however, I don't think he's the marrying kind.
How would you know?
Because you're right there. You were right next door. And nothing happened.
Not next door, no.
No, you were not. And I find that very promising.
He has repeatedly referred to pregnant women as hosts.
When I use the term host, it's not meant to degrade women. I actually went and Googled that, and I went to Webster, and I couldn't find a better term.
The so-called Personhood bill would give embryos and fetuses all the rights and immunities of other citizens.
An unborn baby would be counted in Colorado's criminal code.
There is no way to add fertilized eggs, embryos, and fetuses to the Constitution without subtracting pregnant women.
We're separating women from the pregnancies that they have as if we're just the shell that holds the baby.
Your Honor, we are requesting temporary physical custody of the unborn child.
The 14-week-old fetus had a lawyer, where Tammy, who had asked for a lawyer, did not have one and was denied one.
I am hoping other people can hear what's going on because it's so outrageous what they're doing to me. I'm screaming. I'm like, I'm being threatened, I'm pregnant, I'm being threatened to be tased. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
It isn't just about abortion, it isn't just about reproductive rights, it's about whether or not, upon becoming pregnant, women lose their personhood.
We are trying to get the law overturned so that this doesn't have to happen to anybody else.
It's about power. This is about misogyny. This is about men not being able to control the ultimate thing, life.
Welcome to the rebellion. Now you're in my womb. I want you out.
We must stand up. We must fight.
The representative just told us that host is the best term he could find. What term would you use?
Woman.
I've been thinking to make with my hands by myself a wooden puppet. Pinocchio, try, say something.
Babbo.
I have a son! My son is born!
From one day to the next.
What do you mean from one day, from 1 minute to the next? Watch me, eh? And 1 and 2. If you do like me, in 2 or 3 days you'll be walking by your...
Pinocchio!
He's a puppet like us!
Who are you? Pinocchio.
Ask me! I know a certain place called the Field of Miracles. Put him in prison!
How come in prison? What's going on with my nose?
How did you grow up?
It's a secret, you know.
I don't want to be a puppet. I want to become a boy like all the others.
What can I do for you? I want to build a house. These are some of the vacant sites that you have. You see, if you lend me the money and let me use a site, then I could have that built for me and my kids. I'm really sorry. I can't help you with this. We can't go on like this.
Just keep telling yourself, it's temporary.
Sorry, guys.
Late 3 times and you got your kids here.
John, please. I need this job.
What are we doing, Sandra? Do you think this is good for the girls? I'm saying it, counsellor. We could try and make it work.
I wanted to fix him, you know.
I know, but there are some people you just can't.
I have designed a house that costs just 35,000 euros to build.
Sandra, why didn't you ask me? Your mother was far more than a cleaner to me. She was a friend. It's land going to waste. Use it. Build a house for you and your girls.
Our own house. At the bottom of the garden. Like a fairy house.
I need a hand for a few weekends over the summer if you want to help.
Sandra! Oh my God! Party's work.
Will you go in and see your dad? She's not herself. She wants to stay with me.
You lied to me, Sandra.
Skelly, you've been served.
Breach of access.
I'm sorry, love, but legally he has a right to go to court.
What is the point of a house if I have no kids to put in it?
Most of us get so sunk in our own pain, we don't notice our children's. But you did, and that makes you a good mother.
You all know what he did to me, and yet you still bring me in here and you ask me questions like, why didn't you leave him? But you never ask, why didn't he stop?
Tu vivrai con me in un'isola fantastica.
Comme on pourrait commencer à chercher notre nouveau chez nous.
Joyeux anniversaire.
Je voulais vous dire une chose qui est très importante pour moi.
T'as rien dit à tes enfants, non?
Mais si j'ai essayé de lui dire...
Monsieur, ça vous pose un problème, les vieilles lesbiennes?
Enfin, non.
Tout le monde s'en fout. T'as changé d'avis?
Je t'ai dit que je leur annoncerai demain.
Elle a eu un accident vasculaire. Elle pourra peut-être pas reparler.
Bonjour, je suis la voisine d'en face. Votre mère est mon amie.
Mon père en a fait baver à ma mère. Ma mère a jamais cherché à refaire sa vie quand il est mort.
Maman! Elle vous a menti depuis 20 ans. C'est moi qu'elle aime.
Partez ou j'appelle la police!
Dégagez!
Regarde-moi. Je suis là.
那你就是居入险地。
It's all gone. Every penny. What was your plan?
My plan was to die before the money ran out, but I kept and keep not dying, and here I am.
The hens are clucking.
Are they saying I'm broke?
They are. What about my apartment in Paris? It's just sitting empty.
Have you told your mother about our engagement?
We're going to Paris.
Would you describe yourself as a coward?
No.
When I came to Paris the first time, merci beaucoup, something sent up an alert. It was the presentiment of what was to come. We're going to lie down.
Will you come visit us later?
Was she paying you?
Paying me?
Aren't you her gigolo?
Oh, God, no. That's my mother. What is it?
An invitation to a party.
Come in.
Where are the others?
It's just us. I thought we might become friends.
I've no need of friends in my life at the moment.
You're being a dick.
I'm sorry. Have you heard any rumors regarding my reputation?
I heard that you were odd.
Well, I'm more than odd.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Vous êtes complètement malade?
L'addition, s'il vous plaît. There's a goodly part of me that wants to set this building on fire. What do you think of that? I've never been so hurt as when I saw your face for the first time.
Why?
Because you were me.
I've always been lucky.
I've been unlucky, but I have a sense that this will change suddenly and permanently.
I've only been lucky, and I believe I will always be.
It's such a cliche, isn't it? Someone killing themselves after the glamour has passed.
Do you know what a cliche is? It's a story so fine that it's grown old in its hopeful retelling.
You talk the talk, don't you?
Oui, petit cochon.
They broke the mold with that one.
Cochon means pig.
Er ist zu empfindsam. Wie seine Musik. Hört er wirklich nichts?
Gar nichts, Madame. Er ist stocktaub.
Wer von euch ist der Louis? Wenn ich heute Abend das Hoforchester dirigiere, kannst du mir da mit den Noten ein bisschen zur Hand gehen?
Würden Sie den Ludwig unterrichten? Ich glaube, bei Ihnen könnte er noch was lernen.
Das hast du alles gespielt?
Ja.
Und wie hast du das studiert?
Na, abgespielt.
Was steht hier? Was da steht? Mit 8 hat Mozart schon seine erste Symphonie komponiert. Er muss üben, 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 üben.
Haben Sie überhaupt je begriffen, was für ein Talent in Ihrem Sohn steckt? Haydn ist in der Stadt. Er will dich spielen hören.
Der Herr ist ein begnadeter Musiker. Er wird in der Welt noch von sich reden machen.
Wer soll sich das anhören? Diese vielen Dissonanzen, diese vielen Stimmen, die nicht zueinander passen.
Sie wollen, dass ich die Fuge wegschmeiße?
Die Zeiten ändern sich. Es brodelt an allen Ecken und Enden. Die Stimme der Freiheit ist nicht mehr zu überhören. Ludwig, und du kannst die Begleitmusik dazu komponieren.
Was?
Die Menschen verletzen, die dich lieben.
Ich verletze niemanden. Ich sage die Wahrheit. Wie mit meiner Musik. Die Dinge ändern sich. Ich wollte das nie wahrhaben.
Yhden luulevina. Tagoabni.
근데 뭐 잘은 너무 멋있잖아. 아마도 유치원나 부른 날로 시작된.
Luna. Boyfriend easy. Dizimilisi la da.
Shepherd kadın tanıdığı boy. Shepherd de kaç bir tu boy. Tebe de Gautam ki shepherd tanıdığı boy.
長谷川さんっていうのはとてもやっぱり影響力のある人で、とても一緒に苦労したなんか戦友みたいな感覚で今でも思っています。
Gメン作ってる時しんどかったけどさ、めちゃくちゃ楽しかったね。よ
く2人でね最後まで居残って、
あなたは最後まで居残って12時で終電で帰ったからいいけどさ、 私はそこから朝まで仕事が続いたんだからね。
でもよく一緒にタクシーシェアして帰ったじゃん。
そう。
私が G メンを長谷川さんと始めた時には、もう一人、G メンでヒゲ親父と呼ばれていた。その時はもうすでにバディはあって、でそのバディは割と若くてスムース若いイケメン系のものであったのに対して G メンはもっとそれと正反対の男っぽくてハードな世界をやってみようということになって。でも私にしてみると、長谷川さんって私が最初に知った HIV ポジティブの人なんですよ。
あ、そうなんだ。でも確かにね、僕ね、感染が分かったのは日本では100番目か150番目くらいなんですよ。
で、だからそういう人がいたのと、あとそういう人が一緒に雑誌を作って、その雑誌の中でちゃんと HIV に対する啓蒙とかそういう活動をやっていてくれてるっていうのが私にとってはものすごく安心感のあることだったのね。
I got some food in there too, Twinkies. Okay. Figured you'd tell me your story if you had a snack. I guess beer's the one.
You know, I used to sit on top of the highest buildings in Chromium, thousands of feet up, and look down like a god. Hell, I'd hover on the edge of a black hole and dare it to pull me in. Here I'd crush myself against the earth with one wrong twitch.
Chromium? So that's where you're from?
What are you, some kind of kid reporter?
I bring it to life. Hey, you ever heard of Hunter Thompson?
I don't think we had one of him.
He fully dove into the worlds that he wrote about. I mean, he was crazier than the crazies. He was profiling. Gonzo.
Yeah, we had a guy like that. The Spider. He could beam crime scene investigation reports straight into your brain.
That's what I'm talking about. That's splash-worthy.
Splash-worthy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You give me something to eat and some whiskey. I'll bring it to life for you.